Okay. This was the first book that was new to me in the series. We have been reading the Patricia Briggs Mercy Thompson series, which is runs in conjunction with the Alpha and Omega series, but we've been mainly focused on Mercy Thompson portion of it. And we are on book 13, which means we only have one more book to go before we have to wait till next year. So Winter Lost will be our last book for this year, and we'll have to wait till the next book comes out. And welcome to the D. Louise book series. I'm Christina Tina. This is where we read books and talk about books. No special effects, no theme music, none of that stuff going on. So, when I was starting this series, these two books were the only books in the series that I had not previously read. The rest of the books were a reread. So, when we get to this book, Mercy Thompson is a mechanic. She's also now married to Adam Hutman, the alpha werewolf. And they have the pact, and the pact has been working through their issues with Mercy because she's a coyote. And they liked Adam's first wife, Christy, but Christy was not an animal of any sort. She was just 100% human, and she was Susie Homemaker. She was that 1950s wife that always wore dresses, made all the food from scratch, got she got her jollies from feeding her family and cleaning the house and doing all those wifely duties. And she was just really a little overbearing and a little controlling. And Adam finally decided after so many years to divorce her. And they do have Jessie, their child. But Mercy is his mate. She can be his mate because she's a coyote. And Mercy does not do the 50s thing. She's not the cook that Christy was. And sometimes some of the pact have issues, and we've kind of worked through most of those. Then we have Z, who is a fae, and he's part of the Grey Lords. He's part of a superior, higher ranking of the fae. He sold Mercy the garage up 10 years ago. He now helps her out, and his son Tad, who was supposed to be mostly human, turns out he's half fae, half human, but his fae side is really dominating, and it's come to help Mercy quite a bit, and she's been depending on him for her garage situation. But he just recently got some college stuff coming along, so he had to give up his job with her to do the college stuff. And, Mercy's a little sad about that, and she hasn't been able to find help, especially one to deal with all the supernatural stuff that goes on in the garage. And then we have Warren and Kyle, our male couple, and Daryl, and Ariel, and Mary Jo, and the rest of the pact. And then we also have some vampires. And Marcilla is the head of the vampires, and then Stefan and Wolf are they're not really her subservients. They're probably co-workers. They let her lead, but they're not, have to. They don't have to do what she says. They do it out of allegiance type situation. And we've also, a couple of books ago, and it's been an on-running thing now. It's been 2 or 3 books ago. One of Jesse's friend's mom came over and was selling Avon type products. Not Avon, but other stuff. More like the Pleasure House type of Avon type stuff. And they've been doing the nudge nudge, which is the code word for let's go upstairs, and it's just funny. So we've got I like those little bits going on. So then our questions for the book are, alright, so this cease, it's a big stick, and then it has a curve at the top. The knife is curved, and it's called the cease. I think it's Sythe. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to check it out later. And it was used to kill people. And Z thought he had destroyed it a few years ago, and apparently he was lied to. He was told this is this thing that did it, so he destroyed that, and the person kept the real one. So the real one was still in existence, and what the real one did, it took possession of an innocent person and made them kill all other people. And it comes out later that there are 15 people missing and presumed dead. And they're yelling at the pact, why isn't the pact done something? Well, the pact didn't know about it till recently. So, anyway, we've got a dinner to go to first. And the dinner is with the wolf pack, and it's Uncle Mike's. I'm kind of trying to figure out what the significance was of having it at Uncle Mike's instead of a steak place, but anyway. They wanted to have a private convo with Sherwood. Apparently, Sherwood is our wolf that came to them from Bran's pack. Bran is, like, let's say, king, or the Marak. They call him the Marak, but he's like king of the werewolves in the United States. And because of political stuff going on, Bran had to separate himself with Adam and Mercy for their political dealings. He does care about them. He does care about Mercy because he raised Mercy as his sort of kind of adopted daughter. But because of political stuff that's going on, it's too long to explain. He had to separate him. But at first he sent Samuel. But then of course we got Charles is the other son, and he's doing the Alpha and Omega series. It's him and Anna, I think, is the girl. But anyways, he sent Sherwood down to be with Mercy and Adam. And Sherwood was missing his memory, and he couldn't remember who he was and stuff like that. And so he has recently learned some of his past, some of his memories come back. So part of the reason, I don't know, I don't remember, part of the reason of having the meal at Uncle Mike's was so that they could use magical powers to keep the world out from listening. So they sat down and had a conversation with Sherwood, Mercy, Adam, and was it Zach? Zach. And they sit down and have this chit chat about Sherwood, because apparently Sherwood is strong enough to be alpha, and they don't want Adam and Sherwood to be fighting to be alpha. And they talk about also Sherwood fighting Dara. He's not showing his true alphaness. Sherwood is hiding it from the other people. But if the other people knew that he was alphaness, Daryl and the other guys might want to fight Sherwood. And Mercy and Adam don't want that. And Sherwood doesn't want it. And they sit down and they have a talk about how the relationship is going to run. And Sherwood decides he wants to stay with them, but he does not want to be alpha because of the dynamics between Adam and Mercy. So they have to deal with all that politics. During this meeting at Uncle Mike's, after the dinner and after all the pact has gone home, and again, they should have had it at a steak place, I'm just saying, Marcilla shows up. And Marcilla is head of the vampires. And she comes to them in a mist of smoke and a whole bunch of theatrics, which usually isn't Marcilla's kind of thing. But we learned that Marcilla can teleport like Stefan can teleport and Wolf can teleport. Most other vampires can't, but these three have the so special powers. So she tells them that Wolf is missing. And Mercy's like, well, she hasn't seen him in about a week because he's been stalking Mercy. And Mercy does not know why. And he was doing that in the last book. It was noted in our last story. We talked about that often, that he was stalking her. So she comes down and says that what's his face is missing. Wolf is missing. Then, just as they're leaving Uncle Mike's, Larry the Goblin King, who we really got to know good in the last book, shows up. And he says that Stefan is missing, and some other people are missing, and some witches are missing, and some people are getting killed with the cease thingy. and all this other stuff is going on that they didn't know about. So they start investigating, looking for Wolf a little bit. They're looking for Stefan. They can't find him. He doesn't answer the telephone calls. They go to his house, and a big incident happens at the house. Mercy, they go into the house, and the ghost is there, and usually this particular ghost doesn't interact with people, but this particular time he does interact, and that Mercy gets feeling, and she got the feeling too late because this big object fell on top of Adam, and she had to fight this thing, and she gets bitten by a spider. And apparently, we don't find out for a while. It takes a few chapters. Because other stuff have to go on first. Alright, so Mercy gets bitten by the spider. This is how it goes in the book. Mercy gets bitten by the spider. Then Larry shows up and tells them all his stuff. He's the king of the goblins. Then they go to check out the crime scene of a kid that was just killed recently, and he was killed with the cease thing. So they do all that. Then they go to see Z at the garage, and Z has to heal Mercy, and Z tells Mercy that not only did the spider bite her, but the spider impregnated her. So if this had gone unchecked for a little longer, Mercy might have been giving birth to spiders. If that doesn't give you nightmares, I do not know what will. Yes, ma'am. Come here. You want to come here? You're interrupting my speech? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. So, can you imagine giving birth to spiders? It bit her on her hands and feet because when Mercy saw the spider, she was in coyote form in Stefan's basement. So that happened in Stefan's basement, but it took all this extra time to find out what the deal was. It took a little time. And there were certain spots in this book where I'm like, come on, get on with it already. Stop explaining, just get on with it. Come on, get on with it. So Stefan is missing. His house has been destroyed. Wolf is also missing. Sherwood's with the memory thing. Some witches are being missing. And of course, Mercy's been impregnated by the spider. So we've got all this stuff going on in this book. And I guess it's too late to tell you that I spoil the... There we go. Yeah, right, that works. Not... Come here. Come here, you drive me crazy. Come on, say hi. So, I guess it's too late to tell you I spoil the book. I don't spoil the ending, but I spoil everything else. I guess it's a little too late to say all that. And, if you could please check out Flashback Monday, where I talk about all the books in this magazine, I'd appreciate... Thank you, Smokey. You know, I'm serious. Let me see something. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come over here. You want to come here? Come here. Come here. Now she leaves. So, if you could please check out Flashback Monday, all the books in this magazine. Every single Monday I go through them. Sometimes I get carried away and do 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 90 or 100. Also, If Then Fridays, we got a little carried away with Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I was just going through some of them. I'm getting ready to do my best of for a January podcast. So please check those out. Please check out all Smokey's videos and Sandy's videos and my videos. If you could check out all the books that would do, go back and review all of Patricia Briggs. Go back and look at the J.D. Robb ones or the Krista Davis or Janet Ivanovich or any of the other series we've done this year. I would appreciate the likes and subscribe. I passed 500. Woohoo! Thank you so much. Maybe one day 1,000. I'll never get. I don't think I'll ever get the 4,000 views needed. But I don't really. I just want the subscribers. I want people to watch my videos. I want people to see me and to know I exist. I want people to know my channel exists. I work really, really hard on this channel, and I just want people to know that I exist. That's all. So spread the word and let everybody know I'm here. Thank you. And my gal pal here is already. Okay, have a good one.